Hello, y'all. I just wanted to go over the charts again because they seem to be going against what everybody's anticipations of XRP, like price actions happening today and possibly tomorrow. But I wanted to just kind of just go over the charts because I'm not really seeing anything too crazy. So here we go. So here we are in the 1 hour, and I'm looking for like a momentum wave opportunity to do a long. And unfortunately, like if I'm coming from here, this is a really like weak momentum wave. So even if there is a pump, there is this support line right here that it's, and also there's this gray line that's coming down here. That's an older, excuse me, an older line. But yeah, I'm just not seeing it. I could be completely wrong. This is not financial advice, but I just don't. I don't know. I mean, I do think that. Okay, so look, price is coming down. Momentum is down, but it's rounding around, which is great. It's kind of making its way back up. Um, VWAP is coming up. Money flow is coming down. Now, even though money flow has turned around, it's moving up. Um, it's not like a. It's not really a ton of. It's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of volume going on. Um, there like this is a pretty. This is crazy that this amount of volume right here made this big of a move. Like that's not too. It's it's a 10. I'm not quite sure what the 10 is, but it's at 10. The volume is. In order to get the price to move up this much over here, the volume was at 23. And this previous little rally that we had, the volume was at 5. And now the volume is coming down from 5, 6. So we're down. The volume is down, and it's at 2 to 3. If I try to hover over it, 2, even less than 2. So I'm not seeing it. I could be wrong. 4th of July could roll around and it just pops off, but I'm not looking for a long. I mean, looking for a long, but I'm not impressed with any long opportunities. If I was going to short, which I did, I, I'll show you what happened. I lost some money in my shorts, $182, because I tried to short and like I tried to short here. No, I sold here. I tried to short here, and then it was down. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then it came back up. So I got out, and I got out too late. I was thinking, okay, well, I'll stay in, but it didn't work out for me. So, what do I think is going to happen? Well, hopefully, if we go back to this weekly, we might. What's the price right now? The price is 224. So if it's 224, we could see another decent candle. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 240. So if in a this weekly Heiken averaged candle is at 230, 223. Oh, I thought it was 230. So it's 223. So here's 230. I wouldn't be surprised if it does this, if it goes both directions, and it ends at $2.07. So it's one of these, like these candles that kind of goes in both directions. And then the next candle is a lower candle, or like maybe a flat candle, kind of like one of these. And then, so there's this one, which is higher, and then another one, and another one that comes down. It's like a red candle, and the candle after that is like, this would be the last red candle. The candle here, the 28th, would be a green candle, and then this would be a massive green candle, 240 easily. I think we'll start seeing candles like that, like this, around that time. So there'll be like, this candle would be right here, and then this candle right here would be the next candle. So that would be 46%. It's really just 46%? Okay, well, 30, 45, 46. This candle is actually supposed to be the next one over, so let's try that again. So we'll see a good candle here. Maybe it stops at 223, or maybe it goes to 240. We'll say it's at 230. Starts there. And we have a 46% candle. That's possible. That puts us right on track to having that that bull, the alt market bull run. But in the hourly, I just don't see any opportunity yet, unfortunately, because I would like to be in a trade. I kind of feel like left out, and to be honest with you, like, this is my family. Even though I'm like a small channel right now, y'all are kind of like my family, and like the whole crypto community is kind of like my family. So I like to be engaged. I like the car to be in drive, even though I drive. Well, I have a manual car, and also I have an automatic car. But I mostly drive the manual car. So I would like to see some opportunity, but what I think is going to happen is, I think this is going to set us up for, this could be, we could be getting ready to have this could be a good time to buy. It could be right now. I just don't see well, I don't know. This is kind of the perfect time to buy. If we're gonna see something like this, like these types of candles where it just goes up and down, and we don't have these big candles, then it might not be a bad time to buy. Money flow is coming up, and let's look at the smaller. Ugh, gosh, money flow is coming down. Nothing's really lining up. So, yeah. I would like to illustrate something to you guys, and that is the way I see crypto in general. is you have these waves, the money flow waves. I'll just kind of zoom in. You have, well, you have all of the different types of waves: money flow, VWAP, and momentum waves, and then also these RSI, although I don't pay as much attention to the RSI as I should. I'm still learning, but I'm doing really well. I bought some XRP today, so I am technically like down $500 because I bought some, but you can see that I've done really well, in my opinion. Yeah, see, that's why I'm down. It's because I bought some. But here is like a weekly wave. Like, this is kind of like how larger movements, price action works. And then you have like your, like, I guess you could say, like, I'd say maybe 12-hour, and look at, boom, that's a perfect time to buy. And that's the perfect time to short. So, and then you have your 1 hours. Oops. Perfect time to buy, boom. And then you have your, like, okay, I'm looking at this, it's looking good, I think I'm gonna get into a trade. Then you start looking at your 15-minute, 5-minute candle, or your times. And so that's these ones right here. And so you want to look at your, I'm trying to get to this perfect time to buy kind of thing. Boom. So you want to look for the confirmation on your larger time frames. So your weekly, for example. And all of these things are the same thing. All of these divergences are the same thing. So if you're looking at a like a weak divergence on the weekly, don't expect anything too crazy. Look at this bullish divergence. That's where the green dot was, but I mean, I would kind of put it right there. I'd probably be into the trade right here because this is when it really starts turning around. But look at this bullish divergence. Bullish divergence on the momentum, and you could call this exaggerated, or you could even call it regular bullish divergence. So that's a good looking entry. And it's like, dang, that's like once in a lifetime, you know. Yep. Like, I hope that we get another one of these this year. So that's what we're all hoping for. All of the crypto bros, they say, oh, it's going to go to the moon, it's going to the moon. Like, XRP might actually go to the moon for other reasons because it's so integrated. But if you don't look at the charts properly, you're not going to discover the proper, or the opportunity, the good times, the times that with the best opportunity to get into a trade. So that's what your weeklies are. You can even look at a monthly, and this is probably the reason why we're going to, let's get rid of that. Probably the reason why we're going to have another pump. Not the reason, but this is validation. We're going to have a green dot. Like we're about to have a green dot. It's going to go like this. It might even be larger. And then come down. Look at this. It came up, and then boom, it came up again. Usually the second time it goes up, it doesn't, the price action isn't as significant. Like this time, the price action wasn't as significant as the first time. But these large time frames are different. They just hit different. So, the smaller time frames, like the daily, the weekly, well, I'd say the daily time frames, you can kind of see massive changes in price. So, but yeah, I'm expecting to see an opportunity come up, and oops, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I don't see it right here. On the weekly, it doesn't exist. This is not a strong, this is just not strong. I think right here was market manipulation because this was too early. If we started the bull run right here, then we would be coming off of this one. And if we're coming off of this one, it doesn't make too much sense. There needs to be more, I guess, like time for it to reset. That's one thing that people don't realize is like, you got to give the charts time to reset. Like everybody freaks out. Like just give it time to reset. Let the trade come to you. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the trade to come to me. It can be here, or it can be a short one and come down here and then bounce up and do this whole thing. And this would be July 13th. So cool. We'll have to see, but I am not convinced that it's going to be that short of a time because July 13th is right here. We need to fill the rest of this triangle, this bull flag. And I'm not going to be happy unless we fill it. And if we don't fill it, then I'm going to be skeptical about everything as it's up here. I'll be skeptical. Like the 13th is here. If we start pumping and we're at 240 and it's the 20th or something like that, I'm still going to be like, yikes, y'all. I'm thinking about taking a short position because I'm expecting it to come back down here and then take off, which it could happen. It could come down, bounce here, go up here, come down, and then take off. So that's a possibility. Like it's dead here, but we have the 4th of July. So it could do that. Come down, go up, come down, go up again. So that's a possibility. I just think that it's going to fizzle out with this, this daily chart or this daily momentum wave. The money flow is coming up, which is great. That's on the daily. Let's look at the 12 hour. The 12 hour, it's already dipped back into the red. So, let's look at the 20 hour. Yeah, like it's just, there's a lot of price control happening right now. And you can tell, like, it's just, there's a lot of control happening. Whoever it is, they're controlling the price. If they stopped controlling the price, it would be all green. It wouldn't be crazy like this. It would just be green like this, and the price would just be climbing. That's all. It would just be climbing. You might have a couple of crazy days where it goes up to $3. And then it just goes flat and then keeps climbing. But if you didn't have market manipulators, it would just be climbing. It would just follow one of these, like maybe the historic line right here. But yeah, so I I'm kind of expecting it to come down, and I don't think that it's I don't think that it's going to go crazy until we fill the rest of this bull flag. That's just my opinion. It does not, and this is my opinion, not financial advice, but it just does not make sense to me, because of this momentum wave. We're in the middle of a momentum wave, and it's already shown its colors. It's already shown its form. And if I was to draw, I mean, you could say this is a bullish momentum wave. And let's look at where the price action was right here. Let's go, we'll say it's this one because this is too low. We'll do both. We'll start from here and this one right here. That's a bullish momentum wave. Or a bullish divergence. I mean, that's technically bullish, but there's also this momentum wave. Which is here. And we'll go to here. That's also bullish. I don't know. I don't know. It could be. Let's take a look back at the weekly. It just doesn't make sense to break out from here. It needs to go like this. I don't want to be married to my plan, but it doesn't make sense to me, y'all. What makes sense to me is, and I haven't been in a trade, I've been checking back, and the price has done nothing. So if I was still in this trade, then I'd be like, man, what's going to happen? Like, this would be like the, I don't know what number I would be at right now, but I'm kind of glad that I sold. But yeah. So that's my personal opinion of what's going on. I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but not financial advice. My thoughts is that it's just going to kind of be lackluster until mid July, mid to medium well July. So yeah, and if you look at the Bitcoin chart, let's go back over here. Bitcoin is getting ready to have a bullish divergence. So let's say that this clips around. This is the 1 hour. Let's go to the daily. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. It's in the middle of a bullish wave right now. So you've got to give this time. Oh, I already drew it out. Sorry. You've got to give it some time to do this right here. And this is medium well July. So, and so Bitcoin is going to be continuing to rule the situation. 109, it's probably going to keep at these levels. It'll 111, I can't imagine it going over the previous high, but I can imagine it maybe in this wave touching that 111 number and coming back down and then and maybe coming up to 110 again, and then from here it would need to have um, like a briefly dips down below this 0 point and then pops off again, and that would continue having that. Like the alt season would have already started because this is late August, so the alt season would kind of have already started, and Bitcoin would then have another big wave where it rises up again, and but it's following the alt. It's not carrying the alt. It's following them. That's what my opinion is. So, and on this wave, you'll have another. Um, I don't know. You could see something large, but look at what we're setting up for. That's a huge, huge bullish divergence. And if price action continues to move downward, which is what we need in order to get this confirmation on a bullish divergence, we need price to come. Oh gosh, I hate coming down here, but 103. The top of this candle. In order to get that bullish divergence, so it's got to do this, and then somehow, some way, it's got to be at like 102. Yeah, 102 in order to get the confirmation on the bullish divergence. And then it'll be like game, set, match. Bitcoin takes off again. And the price action for that would probably be, it'd probably something like this. So something kind of like that. What is that tool? Forecast? Bars. So, yeah, 140 in the month of August, September. I don't see it going. Well, what if we stretch it out? $160. Could it do that? Do you think that's possible? 170. It could do something like that, suppose. So it keeps moving sideways, and then boom. Alt season would have already been popped off. Bitcoin is just tanking, but all this institutional money and all the people freaking out about Bitcoin are pouring into it, and then it just starts pumping, and it goes up to 170 in September, October, and then November, October, November, and then boom, it comes back down, and that's I don't know. I'd see something like that as a possibility. 60,000. That's crazy, right? 60,000. But in February is when, so December, January, February. In February, I think it's going to go up. It'll go up like crazy. So I don't think that people are going to be, I think they're going to want to get people out and then buy it all up. And And what happens in February is like a liquidity crisis. This is liquid. So people freak out about it selling, and as it's coming down, all of the Bitcoin basically is bought and taken off of exchanges, and then the institutions basically name their price. It won't exactly be them naming their price, but there won't be any Bitcoin to buy. And so it'll be named by the people who are willing to sell it, which is very few people. So same thing with XRP. I think that XRP is going to do the same exact thing. It'll come down, but XRP's move, I think, is going to be much different. I think it'll go up, and then that's January. Let's get rid of this. And let's say, okay, that's $13, so it goes to 13. This bull run. Look at like how much. So I'm underestimating this price movement, this price action. From here, it could probably go like this. Because we need to, November 25th, no, it's got to be sooner than that. So it's got to go like this, August, October, November 10th. Okay. And that's November 10th at $13. November 11th, it comes all the way back down to nothing and a half. Less than $2 maybe even. And then it goes up. And it goes up to a higher, much higher number. Because there's going to be a liquidity crisis. So from here, it'll be like more of a gradual number. But that number is just going to keep going up and up and up and up like that. So by the end of 2026, it could be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But the bull market sort of thing or the alt season thing that I'm hoping to take advantage of is this right here. And this might be the last alt season. It could be. I think it's going to be the last alt season though. Because it's going to be so institutionalized from here on out. So, that's my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to have it, not financial advice. But yeah, something like that. I'm thinking like crazy price action, and then it drops, and then everybody gets back out. There's no faith in it. It might hang out here for a minute, and then it just goes poof. But when it goes up, you gotta from right here, in my opinion, personal opinion, not financial advice, you have to be off the exchanges. You can't be looking to trade this. You gotta be in cold storage. So, just saying, like, whatever is gonna happen here is not gonna be well. It's not gonna go well for people who are trying to take advantage of this trade. There might just not be any liquidity. Who knows? But if you're trying to leverage, then good luck. I'm not going to. I'm going to do all of my leverage stuff right now. And yeah. So I hope that y'all found this interesting and helpful, because there's a lot of people on Twitter and other places that are useless, and they just say it's going to the moon, it's going to the moon. There are some really great people like Extravod who are great at decrypting things. And then there's also like um, following David Schwartz and like getting Extra VOD's commentary on David Schwartz is pretty cool because it kind of seems like you have to like just read what David Schwartz says, you know, but Extra VOD's commentary on David Schwartz is interesting because he gets very like excited about the bullish opportunities. Like every single video, it's kind of like it's gonna pop off, and he's right. It's going to pop off, but we just need 1, 2, 3 more weeks, 3 more weeks, and then it'll pop off. In my opinion, not financial advice, but this just doesn't. It doesn't look like it's gonna go from here. This does not look like the wave. If it popped off from here, I would not be too excited. I wouldn't think that it's going to shoot off to the moon. We need some some real manly waves to pop in here. And like I just don't see it with this. There's no bullish divergence at all. We need that right there. We need to come down and then to go up. So yeah, that's kind of my thought. I know that I like usually try to make these videos short. I need to learn how to do that. But I'm a chit chatter, so I'm sorry that you guys have to put up with me. But I am kind of doing this to document my my journey and also like to validate my opinions and put it out there as historic record and not just like it's in my feed. I you know that's what I was saying or whatever. I want to like actually like kind of put my money where my mouth is and like document this process and show y'all like this is what I think is actually going to happen and to do it alongside y'all and then kind of prove it. And if we end up having more seasons, alt seasons, and you know bear market and bull market seasons after this, then you'll have some historical data to use to validate me as a crypto trader. Um, even though like you know I'm not, I don't even like call myself that or whatever, but I just know how to, in my opinion, I know how to read the charts for me. All of the tools like the Fibonacci retracements and things like that, no, I don't know. I just go off of what my feelings are, and so I know that it kind of sounds silly, but there's a lot of like stuff in the news, and then also the timing of it has to line up with the momentum waves on larger time frames. It's really simple. If you just don't overcomplicate things, it's really simple. So, but anyways, yeah. So thank you for sticking around, and yeah, I will chat with you guys again soon, and have a great night. Thanks. Bye.